Hi, my name is Craig Wilkinson. I'm a South African, born and bred, living in Helsinki, Finland. I got here 12 years ago by accident, or not actually by accident. My wife is a Finnish citizen and we arrived here for the plan to stay for a short while. We started having children and well, we've stayed here. At the time, I needed to find a work, get some income. And having been a paramedic in South Africa for a long time, I assumed it would be straightforward to come to Finland and work as a paramedic. Unfortunately, South African qualifications aren't recognized in Finland at that stage, so I had to go to nursing school because in Finland they are all nurses who do the work. I did a nursing degree in Finland, started working as an anesthetic nurse, and then ended up working in the theatre. That's basically what I'm doing up to this day now. The languages that I speak when I arrived were English, Afrikaans, and a little bit of Arabic, having worked in Saudi Arabia for quite a long time. The biggest challenge for me was learning to speak Finnish, which is not the easiest language on the planet. It's rated as one of the most difficult in the world to learn. But having worked with it every single day and having children at home who speak Finnish fluently, it's amazing how those little children learn to speak languages so quickly. I actually get by working in the healthcare industry speaking Finnish. At the time, at the beginning of this year, we all know what happened with COVID-19, and the unit that I work in happened to get changed into the COVID-19 ICU. So we were seconded into working in the COVID ICU. It was a challenge, it was very, very hard, but we managed to get through it. We had a lot of support and luckily we had more than enough resources and personnel to cope with the amount of patients we had. The one good thing about Finnish society is they listened quite well to the guidelines and the precautions that were given, and masks were sort of recommended late in the program. And unfortunately, even now, they don't really wear masks here in Finland, but luckily our curve is low. The hardest thing is looking at the friends and colleagues who work in South Africa who are really having a hard time working in their ICUs and the hospitals there. And I really send real heartfelt support and well wishes to you all. You're doing an outstanding job there, and you've managed to do really well. One of the great things about being here in Helsinki is we do have a reasonably active South African support group of people that live here that are South African, and occasionally we get together. And it is one of the things that helped us in this time of lockdowns and hardships is we were still able to link up every now and again with friends and just talk about South Africa. And it has been really nice. We have a lot of support from other institutions here in Helsinki, such as the South African Embassy, the personnel who work here, the ambassador, and everybody who gives us a lot of support and actually helps us when we organize small get-togethers and functions. One of the biggest and happiest occasions are when we're all together talking and reminiscing about how we miss South Africa and how nice it is to go home when we can. One of the big things about living in a foreign country and being away from home is you eventually learn to realize what you actually miss from back home in South Africa. And some of the biggest things that we miss is fresh food. It's very difficult to get any decent fruits and vegetables and produce like that because, well, we live in the very far north and nothing is grown here basically except in the very short summer. So everything is imported, and once you've grown up and tasted sun-ripened fruit and vegetables, it's very hard to not be able to get them. That's one of the big things we miss. The other big thing is the South African friendliness. And in Finland, it's a very closed society, and unless they know you, they're not really that forthcoming and open. And it's actually really nice when we go to South Africa where people greet you from all walks of life and in a friendly way. It's understandable there are hardships and hard times going everywhere, but people still have that ability to smile at you and greet you when you walk past. And that is something that you do miss. And then, of course, friends and family, being far away from friends and family, it takes its toll on you. And especially with COVID-19, coping mechanisms are really hard to come by. And having kept in contact with friends back home, family back home, it is hard watching how they're able to support each other, and we being so far away, you can't give them a hug. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side, as people would like to say. And South Africa is a wonderful place, and us as South Africans, it's our duty to pass that message on and make it better for everybody.